Hey, what's going on, everybody? Static here with episode 9 of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Let's get right back into it. Last episode, we fought Malfestio and got into 4-star, and we don't have any direct goal at the moment, but I would like to upgrade our equipment before we start moving on to 5-star, so what we're going to be doing is just kind of fighting some people, seeing what equipment we unlock by fighting them, and seeing what we may or may not want to do in terms of upgrading our armor and seeing about upgrading our weapon. Let's take a look here. So to upgrade our weapon we need Dragonite. Pretty sure that's a 4-star ore. So we'll find that eventually, most likely. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We don't have any worthwhile armor unlocked because the Malfestio stuff only gives the same defense as what we already have. But I'm sure some other 4-star monsters will give more than that, so. Alright, let's see who we got. Rathian, Blanganga, Nargacuga, Najarala, Kezu, Volviden, Shogun Sienitar are all who's new, it looks like. I'd rather not fight Kezu if I can help it, especially since there's 2 of them. I really don't like Shogun Sienitar. I enjoy Najarala, although he can be a bit annoying because of the hardness of a lot of his body. Nargacuga is pretty cool. I don't like Blanganga, and I'm not a big fan of Rathian. Nobody here that I absolutely hate, although Shogun Sienitar is pretty close. Let's fight Rathian. I'm not a big Rathian fan. I specifically don't like her because of her running attack, where she just runs back and forth constantly and that counts as an attack. That's really annoying. That's kind of like a community thing everybody has against this monster. But overall, Rathian's not a horrible monster, and once you fought her enough, you do kind of get used to the lawnmower running back and forth. It's just annoying. Like, whenever you get hit by it, it just makes you feel bad. But most of her body is pretty easy to hit and do damage to, so the fight shouldn't go horribly bad. Oh hey, it's our first time here. It's our first time on the Marshlands. I think this is the Marshlands. Is this the Marshlands or the Verdant? Oh, this is the Verdant Hills or the Verdant Plains. Marshlands we've already been to. We were there last episode. We fought Gypsaros there. Very cool. Unlocking new maps. And since this is a new map, that means potentially new resources, which means Dragonite ore. I'm fairly confident that it's going to spawn here. Because I don't think we unlocked this map before 4-star. Which would mean this is a 4-star map. I'm pretty sure Dragonite ore is a 4-star resource. I'm fairly certain it's going to spawn here. Luckily, most of the ore spots that I know of spawn where we're going. So we'll try to hit it up while we're there and avoid Rathian's attacks. Because I'm pretty sure Rathian's going to spawn over here in 5. Any mining spots out here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, cool. This is the only zone I know they spawn in. There she is, Rathian. Not a big Rathian fan. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh man, I thought I was outside of the range. That sucks. Hold on a second. Thanks for body blocking that, I guess. No Dragonite ore. If I don't get any from here, is that either I'm really unlucky or they don't spawn here. I thought for sure they would spawn here though. Maybe I'm just really unlucky. I don't know. Anyway, let's get in the fight. Pretty good maneuver on my part, actually. I'm also not really a big fan of flying monsters in general. I don't like it when they fly because it's a lot harder to hit them, and it gets really annoying for monsters that do that a lot. I know there's like things you can do to knock them out of the sky. If you bring flash bombs, that'll act as like an instant knockout of the sky that you can like strategically use to help you. But I don't do that. I'm a very old school style individual playing these kinds of games, and by that I mean I don't use equipment, I just use brute force. I always do. So yeah, using flash bombs would help and make fighting these kinds of monsters way less annoying, way less frustrating, but I just don't. I just deal with it. I brute force it with nothing but my weapon and bare hands. Not doing too bad. I usually don't parry this monster that much, but again, I'm trying to get out of that habit in this series. That tail slam or that tail swing she did, I usually don't parry, at least in this game. In World and Rise, I would parry it because the parry works a lot differently and it was way simpler to do that kind of thing. But in this game with the Valor parry, I usually don't, which is something I want to get out of the habit of. If it can be parried, I would like to parry. Get into that habit more often. Keeps me safer and allows me to do more damage, keep my combos up rather than just running around, running away. And then, so far, I actually think I've done a pretty good job of that. Going through, re-editing every video in the span of like 3 or 4 days, and like re-watching the experiences I've had in this run, has made me realize that I've actually, like I talk a lot saying that, oh man, I'm really bad at these monsters. I don't know the moveset. I can't parry these people. But then when I'm re-editing, I'm noticing, hey, I'm actually not playing too bad against them. I don't know what I was talking about. That's not what I expected to have happen. So I definitely think in this series I've actually done a lot better than I expected, and I've been achieving my goal pretty well. Hopefully we can keep that up for the rest of it, and fight some really challenging monsters in the future well. Fight them well, take them on solo. I think that would be really cool. And if you've been paying attention to this fight, you might notice that we can now visibly see like a huge difference between green and yellow sharpness. When I was in yellow, I think I tried to attack a few times, got deflected almost all of them, if not all of them. But in green, I haven't gotten deflected at all yet. The only time I would get deflected in green is if I hit the spike on her wing. Or at least I thought so, but I just hit it now and I didn't get deflected, so maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of Dread Queen. But in yellow would have, if we had yellow sharpness only, this fight would have been probably just as bad as the Naga fight. I am not doing too bad against Rathian. This is like the least annoying Rathian fight I think I've ever had. Has she done the lawnmower yet? That's what she's most known for, but I don't think she's done it at all yet. This fight actually has been not bad. I guess they're trying to make up for when they screwed me with the Malfestio last time. Oh, yep, there it is. Yellow, immediate deflect as well. We're now getting to the point in the game where every fight is like Nibelsnarf and yellow sharpness is unplayable. Luckily, we upgraded to green early. We shouldn't have even bothered with those other weapons. We should have just gone for Iron Katana like I knew we should have. Anyway. So far, no Dragonite. I might look it up after this mission to make sure we're not wasting time, because I would like to upgrade this weapon. Get a little bit more green sharpness so that we're not having to sharpen as often. And do a little bit more damage. Any mining spots in here? I hear sounds. What's going on? Are you eating something? Yeah, I guess you would be. Did you just regen stamina then, and I couldn't do anything about it? Nice. That's fine. We'll still kill you. I should probably be targeting the tail. I don't know if breaking the tail has any actual like gameplay effects other than maybe shrinking the tail attack hitboxes a little bit. But still, cutting off her tail just means more pieces for us because we can carve the tail and get extra items. And if we do decide to make anything from Rathian, having extra items from her will be beneficial. Although I'm pretty sure we're not going to be making anything. But who knows, maybe. That was nice. That was pretty cool. I just ran out of Valor right when I was about to start comboing again. That kind of sucks. The parry tail cutoff was nice. That's a tail sever. Is that the first time we've severed a tail in this series? Yeah, as you can already tell, like, some body parts on monsters can be broken, but there's also some that could be just full-on, straight-up cut off. And when you do that, you have the ability to carve those pieces to get extra items from the hunt. It's a very satisfying thing to, like, fight a monster and slowly break them down. Fighting Bloodbath Diablos especially feels like that. Bloodbath Diablos is a fight that I'm really excited to share with you guys, but it's not even close. Like, that'll be dozens and dozens of episodes from now, most likely. So keep this in mind when you're watching this series later on. Keep this in mind that you're gonna want to pay attention to the Bloodbath Diablos fight. That's a good one. I don't have any good wake-up attack, so I'm just gonna pull him. When I played 3, I used to think that cutting off the tail of Rathian would limit her ability to use poison with that tail. Because I swear I remember that happening. Because when I played 3, I was like 12, 13 years old. When I fought Rathian, that was early enough in the game, I probably was still 12 at that time. And I just remember cutting off, like, I would fight her, and I noticed, okay, with her tail attack, she has the ability to poison me. And I remember cutting off her tail, she hit me with her tail attack after that, and I didn't get poisoned, and it happened more than once. So I used to think, oh, I see. Cutting off her tail takes away her ability to use poison with that attack. But then later on, I'd cut off her tail, she'd do it, and I'd still get poisoned. And ever since then, that's how it's been. So I have no idea what happened the first few times. It really confused me because I used to say for certain cutting off the tail took away her ability to poison me, but that's just not true. It just isn't true, and you can visually see the poison effect on her tail even after it gets cut off when she uses it, because it's still a poison attack. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know why I believed it for so long, but it really baffled me when I found out it was wrong. Overall, though, that was probably the cleanest Rathian fight I've ever had in my life in any game Rathian has been in, ever. That was super good. I didn't get poisoned a single time. I don't even think she lawnmowered attacked a single time, which is why I don't like Rathian. So overall, that was actually, like, a really fun fight. I enjoyed that, actually. First time I've ever solidly enjoyed a Rathian fight. I think she did do, like, the charge once or twice, but she didn't charge back and forth, which is the lawnmower. She just, like, charged once and then went different attacks. That was very, very strange. Never had a Rathian fight go that well before. I'm not complaining, though. I appreciate it. Didn't get any Dragonite ore from that, though, even though I thought for sure we would. Let's see if the Palico's got any. This stone, earth crystal, no, really? I thought for sure we would get Dragonite ore from here. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to be looking it up because I am very confused by that fact. I definitely thought we'd be getting it. Let's see here. Dragonite ore. Kiriniko, the best website of all time. if my computer will let me click on it. You do understand that I have internet connection, right? Like, you do realize that? Alright. This might take 20 minutes, so I guess I'm doing a jump cut here. Oh, no, never mind. Just opened up. Alright, where are we getting it from? Wait, Jurassic Frontier? What? You can get it from the Jurassic Frontier, but in only one specific area? That's kind of weird. Alright. Very strange. Looks like the best places to get it would be the Ancient Steppe and the volcano. So the Verdant Hills, where we just were, is not a area you can get Dragonite ore. That's unfortunate. Well, do we have volcano and or Ancient Steppe unlocked? Let's see. Let's take a look. Harvest Tour Volcano. Okay, cool. So we do still have it unlocked. Do we have a monster that takes place in there? Yes, we do. Volveden. Alright, then I guess we will fight Volveden. We'll fight Volveden so that we can kill another monster and get Dragonite ore while we're at it. Our main goal here, though, is Dragonite ore, so we'll actually prioritize that. I would like to upgrade my weapon after this fight. Go through 4-star with a slightly stronger weapon we do now. That'll help out. Let's take a look. 3. Alright, our goal is 3. Since we may or may not be mining a lot, I'm gonna take the mega pickaxes just in case. Put these away. What else? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good on items here. Also, before we go, real quick, I just want to check Rathian's armor, because I want to see what defense it gives, so we can take a look and see, start comparing it. Rathian. 20. Okay, Rathian gives 20. Alright, so there will be 4-star monsters that give a little bit more than 18. I don't want to fight and grind Rathian just for a 2 defense increase, though. I don't like Rathian that much, and I'm confident the one we got was just unluckily good. If we fight her again, it probably won't go so well, so I'm going to pass that up. We're not going to grind the Rathian armor. I just wanted to see what his defense was, so we knew kind of to gauge where we're going. I think Najarala gives more than 20, but I don't want to say that, because whenever I make an assertion, I'm wrong in this series. Levinus gives 24. That's a 6 increase. That's pretty damn good. Maybe we just wait for that. We'll see how good we're doing with Tetsukabra's stuff, I guess, and how long it takes to unlock Levinus. Because I could show up with no armor and still beat Levinus. So if we unlock him fairly soon, we might as well just hold out. Because I can absolutely take him with the worst equipment in the game. Alright, Volveden. Volveden is our secondary objective here, however. 3 Dragonite ore. We get 3 Dragonite ore and then we target Volveden. That is not a mining hotspot. That's a very strange looking spot. First time on Volcano as well. We are unlocking a lot of new maps. New monsters, new maps, new areas. Why does it say only 2? Did I not buy any more iron pickaxes? I literally thought to do that, and I didn't. Is that why I felt confused thinking that I was missing an item? Because, oh, I'm so dumb. I kept looking at the box like, I feel like I was just planning on grabbing something. And that was what it was. Dumbass. Oh, hello. I didn't know you'd spawn here. Well, I guess we'll be fighting you for the first zone, because I doubt I'm going to 1-zone kill you. Dragonite? Oh, that's nice. We're getting no Dragonite. That is expected, I guess I could say. Oh hey, you hear that theme song? Does that sound familiar? That's the Lagombi theme song. And you know why that's the Lagombi theme song? Compare their bodies. They have the same skeleton. You want an example of what I was talking about when I was describing how skeletons work? This is it. This is the Lagombi skeleton. When we fight our Zeros, he'll look like this too. and that's why they have the same thing. And you'll see that they have some of the same attacks then. That attack that he did just there, where he dives forward and like hugs, Lagombi did that to me multiple times. I remember distinctly parrying it. And the reason I know that is because I just edited all that shit. And there is an example of what I was talking about last episode with impact attacks. I sheathed that cloud, so because I avoided it once, I can just freely walk into it without worrying. It lingers physically, but it's an impact attack. It only hits you once. Dumbass. Come here, buddy. I'm not great at Volviden either, because he has all sorts of these different jumping around attacks. I'm not very good with timing on those. Decent parry on my part. Yellow sharpness? Let's see how yellow sharpness goes with this guy. So far we haven't been deflected at all at green. Alright, mistime the parry. This fight, by the way, is why the shop has allowed us to buy deodorant. Because that cloud right there is a stink cloud, I guess you can call it. And if that hits you, if it affects you, you get the stink ailment affected to you. Volviden is one of the few monsters that has it, but he's not the only one. And that makes it that while it's active, you cannot use items. The only item you can use is deodorant, which will immediately negate the effect of that ailment so that it doesn't bother you anymore. Which is why you would bring it on these fights. However, as I explained last fight against Rathian, I don't use equipment. I just deal with it. It doesn't hurt me at all to take deodorant and be fine. It'll help the fight go a little bit safer, have a lower chance of dying because I can actually heal if I'm low. I am knowingly and willingly just not bringing it with me on these fights. That's just how I am. I just choose to brute force it and fight my way through. I simply won't let it affect me. And if it does affect me, that is my fault and I will deal with the consequences. Damn, I thought I can get out of the way in time. Not doing too bad against them. Doing fairly well. See, this is what I'm talking about. I go into these fights against monsters that I don't know what the hell too terribly well, and I expect that I'm not going to do great because I've done fairly bad against these monsters in the past, and I assume I'm still the same. But for some reason, alright, parry just didn't count. Thanks for that. For some reason, I'm like doing pretty well against these guys. I'm not a Volviden mastermind, but I'm still like dodging pretty well and parrying whenever I get the opportunity to. Most of my parries are like isolated to his basic moves, which again are Zuros shares with him, that's why I know them. But sometimes I parry the Volviden specific ones. Like that, actually. Nobody rolls except for Volviden, but I still parried it. Maybe I just don't give myself enough credit with some of these weaker monsters. Alright, big guy. I'll see you later, man. I don't want to go over there yet. We did get one Dragonite ore. So that's 1 out of 3. Let's keep taking a look around for the other ones. I'm pretty sure some mining spots spawn in this zone. Usually there's a few, but only one of them felt like spawning in this time. That's awesome. That sounds about right. That sounds about exactly right. Hopefully we can get another 2, alright. I was gonna say another 2 Dragonite ore before our 3 Mega Pickaxes break. And then one of them broke, so now we're down to 2. Oh, there's one. Did that just spawn in, or was that there the whole time? What the hell? How didn't I see that? Please give me 2 Dragonite. I think I'll take Firestone as well, though, to be fair, because I feel like that's a fairly important resource. I don't know why I remember it like that. One more Dragonite. That's all we need. And then we have an upgraded weapon. A little bit more green sharpness, so it lasts a little bit longer. And 10 more damage. Right here, this is the one. This is the mining spot. That's awesome. Cool, dude. Coal on almost every single one. Any more in the zone? Nope. Getting pretty unlucky here. I don't think Dragonite is a crazy common resource, but I feel like I should have gotten 3 by now. Very unfortunate. He's not here anymore, so he left. That means I don't know where Wolverine is anymore. That's fine. We'll just look for him again once we get Dragonite we need. And we got it. Nice. Awesome. We'll finish off this spot. Another Dragonite ore for good measure. And let's go find Wolverine now. I'm going to go down to 4 and then come up to 5. That way I'm covering my bases. Alright, not here. So then let's go up to 5, then 6. And I don't think he'd be an 8. So we'll go then to 7 and go around again. I think he's in either 5 or 6 though. Not 5. Please be in 6. I should have paintballed him. I should have. It didn't occur to me until after he left. That would make this a little bit simpler. Oh my, fuck me. Alright, we'll just go to 8 just to cover our bases and then drop down into 7 from there. Yeah, he's not an 8. I wouldn't have assumed he would be. He's in 7. So he went up to 3, probably went to 5 or 6 like I thought, and then while we were looking for him, he went over to 7. Jackass. But now we're actually fighting him for real, so we can just keep honed in on him and follow him where he goes. I don't know if I would have been able to avoid that in time. Luckily I staggered him. It would have been close. Stop barely avoiding my attacks. Come on, dude. Don't do that. Come on. Don't do to me a few times what every single Rise monster did to me every single fight. And he's limping. I figured, yeah, we did really well on him in the first zone. I figured he was pretty low. I would have been surprised if he was. Get some extra hits on him so that there's less damage we have to do in the next zone. He just stopped moving. Alright. Dude gave up for a minute. Oh, by the way, in case you were wondering, it is indeed raining outside. Raining pretty hard, as a matter of fact. Just if you were curious, now you know. I didn't know I could parry that. So him raising up actually counts as an attack, or like a attack in that barrage of attacks. So if I'm really close to him, I can actually parry that and potentially stagger him out of the attack. I'll be damned. That's really useful information. Didn't know that. This sucks. I got hit because of the deflect. Man, we used to fight with a weapon that only had yellow sharpness. That's horrible. Luckily, we're leaving that pass behind us. I don't want to sharpen because he's really low, so if he dies right now, I'll be wasting a whetstone. But if he isn't that low, then I'm going to be wasting time and energy hitting him with yellow sharpness. That's screwed. We actually have a pretty decent amount of money saved up. I'm fine with wasting whetstones nowadays. At the start of the series, it would have killed me. But we're starting to get to the point that we're able to actually build up money and buy things that we're out of for equipment. Might start buying resources just to put in the box, so whenever we need it, we can just go to the box and restock it. I'm not going to wait for him to sleep because I don't care. Strategies for nerds. He's really low anyway, and it's Volbeaten. I don't need to wake up attack. What I mean when I say that is when a monster is really low on health, they'll start limping, and their goal is to get back to their nest. Every monster has a nest on each map that they play on. And they'll try to go to sleep. If they do successfully go to sleep, which they won't if you're in the zone when they enter the zone, so you'll have to wait a minute if your goal is to get them to sleep. The attack that wakes them up will do multiplied damage. So ideally, if you had a team of people, you would want at least one person on your team to play a heavy-hitting slow weapon, like Greatsword ideally, because those weapons attack slowly but do the most damage in a single hit. So you'd have a Greatsword on your team, who, when the monster is asleep, the rest of the team would back up, and the Greatsword would be the one that lands the wake-up attack. That way you're doing the most damage to get the wake-up attack multiplier, and that is you strategically making sure that you're doing maximum damage. Which is why whenever we go into this, if the monster is asleep, you might hear me comment saying, like, I don't really have a good wake-up attack, so I'm just going to use whatever. It's because I'm playing Longsword, which isn't like that. Longsword does a lot less damage per hit than Greatsword would, so I don't have anything great for doing wake-up attacks, like a Greatsword or a Charge Blade or even a Switch Axe. So I don't really worry about it too much. Again, I don't use equipment, and I also don't use strategy. I just come in here and try to kill the monster. I'm not too concerned with trying to land maximum output damage with wake-up attacks, timing my traps right so that I can do maximum damage, placing down like tinged meat and kind of thing. I just fight the monster. I just fight the monster. Also, if you didn't know by now, if you see the loading screen here as it goes past, all those little like animal icons you might see in the background, those are all different monsters, small monsters and large. If you pay attention, you'll actually see one that looks like Glavenus. That is Glavenus, who was there from the start. So if you want, whenever we go through the loading zone, take a look at the loading screen and look at those icons to try and get an idea of what we might encounter in the future. Kind of like some foreshadowing. The title is like that as well. Whenever it says, like, I think it says it on the Quest Complete logo whenever we beat a mission. There's symbols of 4 monsters in the corners of the Quest Complete symbol, I believe, if I'm remembering right. And those are monsters that you actually fight in this game. Just a little bit of foreshadowing if you pay attention to it. Alright, look at that. 10 more damage and a little bit more green sharpness. Not a crazy large amount, but I will absolutely take that with a smile on my face. Oh, yo. Another 5 Dragonite Ore and we can get another 10 damage and a little bit more green sharpness? Is that right? Alright, well then, now that we've done that, And now that we know how we'd upgrade our weapon again, is there anybody else in the volcano? I'm not fighting you, if I can help it. This better not be a key. I don't want to fight Shogun Sianatar. Out of everybody we've unlocked so far, he's the one I hate the most. I don't see anybody else in the volcano, and I don't see anybody in the ancient steppe yet. That must not be a map we've unlocked yet. So, if we really wanted this weapon, we'd have to do a harvest tour, which I guess is fine. I mean, I'm fine with that, I suppose. Let's just go for that. We're coming up on the 40-minute mark, so we'll finish off this episode here with a harvest tour. Get some well-deserved items, I'd say. Upgrade our weapon, so then we can go into the next episode with a doubly upgraded weapon. 20 more damage and a fair bit more green sharpness than when we started this episode. We can't buy mega pickaxes yet, which is very much a shame. Okay, that should be all we need. It's just a harvest tour, so... We could also technically play as Palico and solve this problem entirely. Because with Palico, you don't need to take cool drinks to negate your cool effect or your hot effect, whatever you want to say it. And you also have infinite pickaxes, so you don't have to worry about having any in your inventory. The next time we do a harvest tour, we will probably play as a Palico. Make things simpler on ourselves. But for now, we're just going to keep playing as Sasuke Uchiha. Take LDs. Alright, let's see about getting this Dragonite. Hopefully we get at least one from here. That was fast. That hurts. And none anyway. Cool. Well, let's keep going. Hey, there we go. We got one more. So we have 3 left. 2 left. Awesome. Very good progress right there. That's 2 out of 4 already gotten. Let's keep going. Hopefully we'll be able to get the other ones fairly soon. Another one. More Firestone. I'm pretty sure Firestone is fairly important. Alright, big guy. Because I fairly remember needing it to upgrade something on my other profile. So if it is like an item that you would need to upgrade things, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's not an account item. Then I'm definitely glad that we're stocking up on it now. So that if we do end up needing it, we already got it. Don't even need to go looking. Hey, there's a little bit of foreshadowing for you as well. Just like the Daimyo Hermitar had small monster versions, so does the Shogun Sianatar. Get out of here, man. I hate Shogun Sianatar. He's not my least favorite monster in the game, but like I was saying in earlier episodes, there's 2 crabs, and Daimyo Hermitar is the one I dislike the least. Shogun Sianatar is the other one. I do not like him. And his deviant, Rust Razor Sianatar, is even worse. I do not like Rust Razor Sianatar. Which sucks, because my weapon on my main profile, which is max leveled out, I grinded for it, is the Rust Razor Sianatar weapon. I had to grind that dude, and it sucked. Hey, last Dragonite, look at that. That was the last one, right? We only needed 4, and we got 4. Absolutely. Alright, let's make our way back to the camp then. Very, very nice. I didn't even know we could level it up a second time immediately. So that came as a very pleasant surprise. Will we end this episode with an additional 10 and a little bit more green sharpness than I even thought we would? I will definitely accept that. And there we go. 5 Dragonite, another 10, a little bit more green. A lot more red for some reason. But we'll never be getting down there, so that's alright. And upgrade. Now we need Carbolite and Dragonite again. I believe Carbolite is a 5-star resource. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I'd be more surprised if it was 4-star. Especially considering that upgrade. Holy shit. Almost double the green and 30 more damage? What the hell? Damn. That's kind of a crazy big upgrade. We'll be alright with what we got for now. 120 damage and a decent amount of green is not bad by any means. Alright, you got anything that I need to restock up on? Okay, let's check our stuff real quick. Store some of this extra stuff for later. That should be everything. Alright. So, I'm gonna end this episode here. We've gone on for fairly long. Pretty decent amount of time. I'm gonna try not to get into the 50-minute mark. I had several episodes that were, like, pushing an hour, and I'm gonna try and avoid that from now on. The reason why those ended up happening is because there was so much that I wanted to do in those early episodes, like fighting Levinus. I wanted to make sure that got fit in that episode, that I would end up pushing an hour. But now we're kind of calming back down. We're very in a smooth progression forward, just fighting a couple of guys, looking at what we can upgrade. Very routine stuff now. So, hopefully we won't be doing anything crazy that pushes an hour yet. I'm sure there will come another time where we start doing it again. But for now, we're going to be consistently here in the 40-minute mark, hopefully. Keeping it nice and easy for you. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you checking out these videos. Anyway, take it easy, guys.